Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. For the past week I have been on holiday in the Lake District, but now I am back and today we have a lot to talk about, as just like always when I go on holiday there seems to be a lot of DC news to talk about, and this week is no different. Today we will be discussing whether or not Henry Cavill's Superman should be the focal point of the DCEU, or is he too old for the role? The Flash having positive reviews, David Zaslav being frustrated with the underutilization of DC, Walter Hamada's job is at risk, and the Black Adam trailer reportedly having 98% of positive reviews. There is a lot to talk about today, so let's not waste any time and get straight into the news. So we start with Henry Cavill's Superman. This report comes from The Wrap, who are the ones who claimed that the Snyder Cut won the Oscars fan cheer moment due to bots, not fans. But that was proved false by the Academy themselves. Now, they are reporting that a DC insider believes the best thing Warner Bros. Can do is to scrap all Superman projects and start again with Henry Cavill. Here is what they had to say. If anything, they'll go back to individual movies unless DeLuca has some plan. They need to get a Superman movie off the ground, and if the plan is a shared universe, a Cavill-led Superman needs to be the focal point. They should scratch every Superman project in development and start fresh with Cavill. Now, whilst I completely agree that Cavill's Superman should be the focal point of the DCEU, I don't think shows like Superman and Lois should be scrapped because of it, as there are many fans, including myself, who really enjoy that show. Nor do I agree that they should start afresh with Cavill. Instead, I believe they should continue on from the Snyder Cut storyline. Let's see Superman after he's been brought back to life and see him deal with Lois being pregnant and having a new perspective on life. Now, we do not know who this DC insider is, and bearing in mind how incorrect the Wrap were in their last scoop for DC, I don't know how much of this we should trust. If a DC insider is saying this, then that is great. It means someone working within DC thinks Cavill should be the focal point of the DCEU. But there is no guarantee that this is legit. Even if this DC insider is legit, Variety writers Brent Lang and Matt Donnelly believe Henry Cavill is too old for the role of Superman. In an article they said, whoever takes over the division will face challenges, including the fate of Superman. Henry Cavill, who played the part in Man of Steel and other films, is aging out of the role. Henry Cavill is 39. Robert Downey Jr. started being Iron Man at the age of 42. The Rock has only just created his first film as Black Adam at the age of 50. And Warner Bros. Just brought back Michael Keaton to be the Batman of the new DCEU at the age of 70. Yet Henry Cavill, who looks like he hasn't aged in the last 10 years, is apparently aging out of the role. That is utter nonsense. With an actual plan in place, you could have about 5 Superman appearances in the next 5 years with Henry Cavill. There is no way on earth you can take anyone seriously who argues that Henry Cavill is too old for the role, especially when other characters are being played by far older actors. That's not the only nonsense these two writers put in the article. They also said, supporters of Hamada believe the executive hasn't received enough credit. Under his leadership, the studio scored massive hits with Aquaman and The Batman, the latter earning the comic book label's best reviews since Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. They also note that DC has moved more aggressively into multi-platform storytelling, creating spin-off shows out of characters like Peacemaker and Penguin. I think Hamada has received too much credit, in all honesty. Aquaman was already filmed and a deal was already in place with Matt Reeves and Warner Bros. To create a Batman film before Hamada came in. He deserves zero credit for either of those projects. This just seems like two writers who are trying to push their own opinion into an article that is about inside information. The inside information I am referring to is what they said before they started praising Hamada. The courtship of Watts means Walter Hamada, the current president of DC Films Production, has an uncertain future, even though he remains under contract until 2023. Zaslav believes that DC is an underutilized asset. He's frustrated that its cinematic output has been inconsistent and that there hasn't been sufficient long-term planning in terms of rolling out sequels and follow-ups to popular movies. That is the inside information we need. This is what we should be focusing on, not the parts where the writers try to squeeze in their own opinion, but the actual reliable source that Variety has within Warner Bros. Discovery. Hamada has an uncertain future, and Zaslav believes DC is an underutilized asset. He believes there has been insufficient long-term planning, such as rolling out sequels and follow-ups to popular movies. To me, this confirms that Hamada will lose his job as DC president, and this is the real reason why Emmerich has been moved away from chairman, because they underutilized big assets such as the DC universe. I love that Zaslav believes they should have rolled out sequels and follow-ups to popular movies, because that is exactly what us fans want too. If you combine his thoughts there with his statement of making Superman and Batman the focal point of DC, and with the Batman already having a sequel being created, could this confirm that a Superman sequel may be on the way for Henry Cavill? I know that for us Snyderverse fans, there has been a lot of demand for a Justice League sequel, so maybe Zaslav may look at that and decide he thinks Snyder should be allowed to complete his story in its own universe. Variety also reported that according to a source close to the Flash movie, The Flash has been extraordinarily well received among test audiences, and Warner Bros. Remains enthusiastic about the film, believing it to be one of DC's strongest theatrical efforts. Now, I do have a couple of worries with this. The first is that a source close to the Flash movie is claiming this. Now, if you are close to the movie, then you will want to praise it and promote it as much as you can, so your opinion may be unreliable. The other thing to remember is that the same thing happened with Wonder Woman 1984. It had very good reviews, but when watching it, many fans were left disappointed, including myself. Now, I don't want to shoot down these positive reports because I hope the film is amazing. I've never understood people wanting a film to be bad. All I'm saying is I think we should be cautiously optimistic with these reviews, as we've had the exact same reviews come through and then been disappointed with the final product. We then move on to the final topic of today's video, which is the Black Adam trailer. Now personally, I was pretty disappointed with it. It actually decreased my excitement for the movie. But according to The Rock, I am in the 2% that didn't enjoy it. Yes, according to The Rock, the Black Adam trailer had a 98% positive review score. Where he got those statistics, we will never know, but apparently only 2% didn't like the trailer. For me, it didn't feel like a Black Adam trailer. Instead, The Rock dressed as Black Adam in a rock movie, if that makes sense. Now, obviously, I will make my final judgment when I actually watch the film, but right now, I'm not that excited for the movie. It's just that The Rock made it seem like this film was going to be really dark and serious, but then the trailer gave me the impression that it's just going to be Black Adam with a serious face throwing bad guys miles away with a comedic scream. Now, I know that I shouldn't judge a film purely based off of a trailer, and don't worry, I won't. But everything The Rock has said before the trailer was hyping this film up to be a really powerful, dark Black Adam film, and the trailer has completely contradicted that for me. And it seems like from what I've seen on social media, a lot of other people think the same, but clearly that is just the 2% of people who think that. If you loved the trailer, then that's great. I'm really happy you enjoyed it, and I wish I had the same excitement for it. Hopefully the second trailer and the film can change my opinion, and instead I actually really enjoy it. But as of right now, I'm not that excited for it. So make sure to let me know what you thought of the Black Adam trailer and everything we have talked about in today's video in the comments below. But that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. I hope to see you here again soon. So until then, have a great day. Bye.